Welcome to the E3 Leadership Journey and the class Lead to Lead. I'm Dr. Lori Dykstra, Executive Director of Ministry here at Emmanuel. I'm so glad that you have chosen to join us for this class. I want to start out by looking at some things that I would like to review. First of all, our mission statement: empowered to reach those away from God, to grow in faith, and to live a life of purpose. Hopefully, as we're all going about our lives, we are keeping in mind those three objectives that we're working for in all of our lives. I also wanted to just remind you about the E3 journey and the components of it. Right now we have 3 classes in the Emmanuel Leadership Journey. We have Starting Point, which is our initial class that we explore the DNA of Emmanuel. Next Steps for those who are going to become a leader here at Emmanuel. And then the class that you're in right now, Lead to Lead, where your ministry staff or pastor has asked you to become a coach in your specific area. And the last thing I wanted to remind us of as we move forward in this class is just our leadership structure. We have 5 levels in our leadership structure, from volunteer to leader to coach to coordinator and to director. So you're in this class because you have chosen to say yes to becoming a coach. So let's talk a little bit about what a coach is. From our perspective, a coach is a person who inspires godly character in others and who has effectively led other volunteers, and you're now ready to become a leader of leaders. We have positions in all of our departments across Emmanuel, and all of these involve leading and coaching others to become more effective in their role as leaders. I took a minute to look up the word coach in the dictionary, and here are some of the definitions of a coach. One who instructs or trains. One who instructs players in the fundamentals of a sport and directs team strategy. Someone who instructs, directs, and prompts. And someone who trains intensively. Now, I myself has never been into sports, never been on a team. And the last 3 years, I have had a personal trainer that has come alongside of me to help me with some of my physical and health goals that I've had, and it's been an amazing experience to watch this trainer work with me as I've learned some new skills with my exercises and weightlifting. And one of the things that I thought was so interesting is watching him cheer me on, watching him just help me do things correctly and offering me the next challenge. And that's what we are expecting from you as a coach, that you're coming alongside of individuals who are in a leadership role. You're helping them learn some of the trade skills that you've already developed, and you're just encouraging them in their role that they have. As you learned in Next Steps, we're also committed to being shepherd-hearted leaders. And we used Ezekiel 34 and Isaiah 40 just to look at some of the characteristics of being a shepherd-hearted leader. As a coach, you're not leaving that behind. You're still taking all of those skills that you've learned and developed as a leader, and you're using that shepherd-hearted skill now to work with the coaches instead. Now, in our coaching model, we have assigned everybody a small group. So your small group is going to be the leaders that are under you, that you are responsible for coaching and leading. And your coaching role is going to have a twofold purpose. You're going to be working with them on personal coaching, their personal spiritual life. How's that going? What are the needs that they might have? And second of all, ministry coaching. How is their ministry going, and how can you help them and equip them to become a better leader? Now, we're not leaving you stranded alone to figure out how to do this. We've developed a core value health questionnaire as a tool for you, and you'll find this online. On the Moodle page, you'll see this document that you can download and look at for your use. And what it is, it matches our core values and giving you some questions that you could ask the people that you're working with and that you're leading, some questions to help you start the conversation with them. Now, some tips. Remember that we're not here to fix others. We're here to offer them support. Secondly, just asking you to prepare ahead of time. You could look over those health questions and maybe choose 1 or 2 areas that you would like to focus in on for that particular conversation. Make sure that you're not making it a checklist or some kind of structure that you need to get through that feels sort of prescribed, but you want it to be a meaningful conversation. I would encourage you to get a journal where you can write down some responses, some prayer needs, so that after that conversation, you can go back and remind yourself of some of the things that the particular person shared with you. And then the last thing that we'd like you to do with this health questionnaire is use it as a tool where you can complete a report and send it to your pastor or ministry staff person so that they know what's going on in the lives of the people that you're leading. Now, as we walk you through this class on Moodle, it's an online format. Every couple weeks, you're going to be asked to do some new assignments. So this next 2 weeks, we're going to be asking you to read the book Lead Small, and then go to Moodle and respond to the questions. You'll notice that they're highlighted on Moodle. It says book, book 1, book 2, and so on. Click on those links, respond to the questions, and then the cool thing about Moodle is that you're going to be able to see the responses of the other people who are in this cohort with you, and you're going to be able to respond back and forth with each other, challenging each other, and just hearing other people's perspective of what you guys have read together. We're also going to be asking you to practice using the coaching model with the coaching questionnaire. And from time to time, we're going to be asking you to meet with your ministry staff or pastor to talk through the process. We want to make sure that when you finish this class, that you're feeling comfortable and you know what's expected out of you. Throughout the process, if you have questions, please make sure you connect with your pastor or ministry staff leader and they can help you. Or if I can be of assistance, please feel free to connect with me. I'm so grateful that you have joined us on this endeavor. Together, we can effectively coach and pastor the people of Emmanuel.